Hi, my name's Graham Hart. I'm the minister, the pastor of the McKinnon Reformed Presbyterian Church here in Melbourne. One of the things we've noticed over the years is the building, it's in a state of disrepair, and with a small congregation we just don't have the funds to be able to rebuild or renovate this building. And so it's part of the reason for this video is we want to walk you around the building, showing you the different needs of this congregation, of the building itself, and see whether you would like to help us in this project of revitalising the building. I'm going to give you a bit of a walk around of the building, show you the problems, and if the Lord leads you in giving to this ministry here to help renovate this building, we would certainly thank the Lord for that and be very moved by your generosity. So we'll head out the front and we'll go for a bit of a tour around the building. So here we are in our driveway. The sign here has actually been put in the driveway. Someone has reversed into it. So one of the things we want to do is actually move that. Over here at the entrance, you can see these dark spots here. This is actually rot. Well, our weatherboards are in a state of disrepair, as you can see. This is just one example of it. You can also see people have reversed into the downpipe here. When you first enter the church, you come into this foyer area, and this is actually a very cold area. It smells a bit. The idea with the renovation, what we'd like to do is double the size of this, push it out, and to give us more of a spacious entrance. So this is the worship area. It's actually really good for singing in here. Fantastic acoustics in here. Over on this window, the local Satanists have been around. Currently, we only have 4 lights up on the ceiling, 2 above the pulpit area and 2 above the pews. That's not enough when people are reading from their books. It just doesn't illuminate the room. You can see here up on the walls, 1 at the back and 2 on the sides, gas radiant heaters. They produce a nice heat, but they stink. Well, this is our kitchen, and to get through to the hall, you need to, as you can see, walk through the kitchen. It's fairly dated. It doesn't have very good facilities for the community groups that we like to open up the church to, or to the church family. And that's one of the things that we would like to improve and renovate. So this is our hall here, where most of the community groups come and meet, whether it's Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, or whether it's Russian play group that come along. We used to have what was called the McKinnon Occasional Care, but they have recently pulled out because their enrolments were reducing, they weren't making money. They'd been here before I came, so over 5 years. So they were one of the settled tenants here. They didn't want to move, but the parents didn't bring their children along because they were complaining about the facilities. We want to be able to present a positive picture of the gospel. We know the gospel isn't a building, but people who are non-Christians, when they're driving past and looking, they can't help but make judgments about Christians because of the state of a building. Outside here, we've got some gates that can be opened up to allow cars to come through. Main thoroughfare is through the kitchen, not out here. With the men's toilet, you can see it's actually all the way open. It's all exposed. On really windy days, you'll actually get a lot of leaves in here, and so it requires constant sweeping out and cleaning. Got some really old urinals here, and as you can see how the sink is connected up to the urinal. It's all open, all exposed. Right above you, you'll see the state of the ceiling. It's even worse than the ladies. Really large rust spots. And there's even a hole here which we had to fill up with some silicone. So this roof actually doesn't do a very good job during a good heavy rain. In fact, if you're in here, in the male cubicle, you'll see a hole up there, and we've covered that, but yet the rain still comes in. We've tried to silicone it, but this whole area just is wet, it's uncomfortable, it's not nice. If you look up on the building here, this is the north face, north wall. We've had some things go through the side of the wall. We've had eggs thrown on the wall. You can see those battens across the side there. They're ripping off and exposing the side of the building. Here's one of those which have fallen off from up there. This is asbestos. The whole roof is asbestos. See, more rot. You'll see part of the brown flashing has come off. Law forbids us from going and changing that because we don't have regulations to ensure that's done all safely, so we need to pay for someone to fix that up. Now this is the western side where we've got a couple of sheds here. This is one of the exits. You can see the condition of the door, just in really poor condition. We had these changed quite a few years ago. We've had to bog up some edges here. A lot more rot here. The idea is to extend not necessarily the worship area where we'll be able to fit maybe up to 100 people, but it's more out the back where we'll be improving the facilities, opening it up to community groups, because there aren't too many facilities here in the neighbourhood which are available to community groups. And that's one thing we would like to do, not just use the building once a week, but actually open it up to the community groups, and that's one way in which we can get to know them, we can get to serve them, bless them. As the Lord blesses us, we can pass on that blessing to others. So that's a little bit of our situation and the condition of the building. And if you do feel as though the Lord's leading you in desiring to help and rebuild this building so that we can continue to reach out with the gospel to people, with a building that does serve them and serve the ministry in a lot better fashion, we would be very grateful. So we'd love to hear from you. You can go to our website, you can go and check things out from there and contact me. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.